Hi there, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, everyone. So, this video is all about, this section of video is all about Composer. I think this is the first video of the Composer. So, how to download a Composer and install a Composer into Linux operating system, and whether you want to work with the Composer 1, Composer 2, it depends on your requirement. Let's see if I were to use PHP 8, like if I were to use the Composer 2, I have to have a PHP 8 mandate. It's a mandatory, but I'm working with the PHP 7.4 right now because my requirement, whatever it is. So I have to make sure that I install a Composer 1. But anyhow, first I think let's install the Composer and then start working with the uh, other things, how to change and everything. So I think this is from my last previous Apache configuration videos. That's fine. I'll just clear it. I'll just keep it like that. So I think I all I did is I just open getcomposer.org. This is the official website for the Composer /download. So this is how you should basically download. So it's actually, we follow the commands which they have mentioned. The first is like we're trying to download the file from the getcomposer.org installer, and then after that we are actually verifying the file, whether the downloaded file is compatible or not, or really the original one which you have downloaded from the Composer itself. So, and after that we are running a Composer. So, and then we're removing the Composer setup. So after that we'll be moving Composer far to the bin folder where it will become a global. We will do it one by one. Let's not be more theoretical, but let's it be practical. So first I'm going to copy the first command, obviously, and I'm going to click on this, and I think I'll do one thing. Probably I'll just keep it like that so that I'll have access. Now paste. As you can see, I'll just decrease the size of it so that you'll see that what's happening there. So now I have copied and then press enter. So this is one of the most important thing that which we need to understand. Here what happened here, even though I install XAMPP, my PHP is installed inside LAMP folder, right? So but it's asking me to install PHP 7.4 CLI in the Linux operating system. See, this is where you don't want to be you don't want to fall into the trap having multiple things in your system. I mean, it's not a big deal, you can actually handle, but still, let's not make things complicated, right? So what I can do here, like, see, the minute I say PHP, it is actually not finding any PHP command because it's not global. We have not registered our XAMPP or PHP which is installed through XAMPP globally. Okay, let's, before you make that global and everything, I think we'll take another video on making how to make the PHP of XAMPP globally access available for the entire in the entire Linux operating system wherever we want. But I think for the time being I can simply use like this /opt/lamp, if I'm not wrong, right, /php, I'll say version. What happens if I say something like that? Okay, PHP user directory, let's just say /opt/lamp/php. I'm entering into the directory. I'll see what do we have inside PHP. Okay, we don't have anything. I think we need to get into the bin folder if I'm not wrong. Ls, do we have the PHP? See, of course we have the PHP. So now what is our thing right now we need to do? Let's go. I'll just clear it. So now /opt, right, /lamp/bin, right, /php. Now I can copy and paste whatever this remaining thing. Instead of PHP, I'll copy this. Nothing. That's simple. It's that simple. Enter. Now that PHP will work. Right now you see here when I say ls, the composer -setup.php has been downloaded. Okay, so I think from now for every command I'll use that only. I will explain how to configure that PHP to globally, so that I don't need to do every time slash opt slash whatever. So that we will do it in a separate video. Let's not make things too much diverted from the our goal. Opt slash lamp slash bin slash php, right? And I'll say or whatever it is, press enter. So installer is verified. It is just actually verifying the PHP Composer installer, nothing more than that. Okay, so now again, of course, slash opt slash, this is a very good exercise for you also, slash lamp slash bin slash php, right? So now what happens, where is this? Okay, let's need to go to the top, right? Of course, I'll say I am now calling this PHP Composer file. Using PHP command, I'm calling this Composer. It's nothing but it's actually running the PHP file. Okay, inside that composer setup.php, you can see that it's actually having enough script written to download and install the composer. So now the composer.far is available. Right now, if you run the very same command, of course, PHP, but instead of this, you can say composer.far, which means it has successfully, the minute you see these options means your composer has been successfully installed. But I think I said like, hey dude, I'm going to create another video to make my PHP as a global, but I'm not going to make another video to make my composer as a global, right? Before we do all that stuff, I think first let's remove the -r. It says, I think I'll just copy paste the unlink. Unlink means we are just deleting the file which we don't need it, because we have successfully already installed our composer.phar, right, has been successfully created. So now if I say ls, there is no php composer-setup.php, but there is a file called composer.far. But the problem is I can't come to this folder every time, or I can't give a path like this every time, like, oh okay, I have to go to /home/leela /composer.far to make sure that it is working fine, right? For that reason, they have actually given a command, if you see here, which is, one second. So what is the command? Sudo move to /user/local/bin composer, which means what is this? It says, Jude, move this composer file to specific path. Now I'm going to say composer move. Press enter. What this command is doing, it is actually making the composer global. If you want to check it, I can say composer version. Okay, now what happens here is we are actually seeing the PHP no such file directory error. That is because it's actually unable to identify the PHP. So I mean, I think I've been telling like how to make PHP global. I'll make another video, all that stuff, right? I guess maybe this is the right time that we need to do, not another video. I think at least we'll do our symlinks. So there is a command called ln. Basically, it will actually help you to do a symbolic link between the path of the PHP to the user bin. So the full command goes something like this: ln space -s. Let me get. Obviously, you need a sudo. Let me get the path. I think which path first? I need to get a lamp path. So /opt, right, /lamp /bin /php. This is my PHP path, but where I want it to be linked, I want it to be linked to a /user /bin /php. The reason I am referring is basically this is where the generally PHP exists for the Linux operating system. So now what happens is, now the symbolic link has been created between the PHP which is installed in the XAMPP to the Linux operating system. So let's say in the future, if I install the new PHP in the Linux operating system, maybe we might need to change the name of that symbolic link probably, but I think we can use bash profile, whatever it is. Let's not get into too many details. We'll create another video to how to make a global PHP, how to do all that stuff. that's fine. I think this should be fair enough. I think the Composer version should work right now. As you can see, the Composer version is absolutely working fine. So there is one more command, I think, for upgrade. So see, we don't want a 2, right? I mean, we want 1.10 or whatever the version, which is less than 2, because obviously 2 works the by default. The Composer 2 means obviously we need a PHP 8 or whatever the latest 2.5. So we need a different version which is called 7.4, different version which is called 1.1, something like that. So for that we have already a command called Composer self update, if I'm not wrong. Let me check 1 second. Composer self update command. So I think the command goes something like this. Where is the command prompt here? All right. Composer self update space, and obviously it's 1. See, I don't want specifically to 1. Maybe probably I want to a specific version of the 1. I mean, let's say 1.10 or whatever it is. So I can go ahead and give the version name, right? Self update. Let me. Oh, okay. I think I'm. Oh, okay. I'm not actually. I'm not looking at the. Oh, okay. I'm not sharing my screen. I'm sorry. So here itself, right, in the Composer, don't no need to go to anywhere. And the docs. If you see the config or the introduction or the docs slash globally, these are all the commands which I mean, you can go ahead and do whatever you wanted to do, but it is contains, again, I think not here. Let's go to documentation again. Let's get into command line interface. This is the one. So self update. So command, remember command line interface and Composer self update. So I mean, instead of randomly searching in Google, probably this is the better way to get to the specific versions. So probably let's say what is the latest version in the Composer 1, right? To identify for the latest version, to identify in the Composer 1, you can look for browse packages, probably. No, this is all about the packages exist with the Composer, because it depends. Changelog, home, not the changelog, getting started, dependency management. Where can I get the all latest versions or old versions of the Composer? Click on the downloader option. Oh, here is there. I mean, yeah, of course, 1x, 2x. Let's click on the latest 1x. What happens? Let's see what. Okay, it is actually downloading the file. I don't want any file to be downloaded, but I just wanted to understand what is the latest version of 1, correct? So I'll scroll down. Obviously here itself we can't do much. Here is there. Wonderful. Before 2 alpha came, like we have 1.102, 1.10.26, right? I'll just copy that, keep it. I'll say what is my command here to run self update. PHP Composer. I don't need to worry about the Composer PHP command now. So I can say self update, Composer self update. Now I can paste that specific version. What happens if I do so? So it's basically upgrading to that specific file version. Composer update failed, could not be written, permission denied. Obviously that is because we didn't give a sudo. So because by simply it has to write some files, right? So obviously now the composer version is 1 point composer version, as you can see 1.102.6. Right now this is all we need for the time being. Right, this is how you basically install install composer and configure the PHP globally, and also change the composer version at any point of time. Probably you can note down this link. You can actually get this link. It's pretty quite simple actually. You go to docs and then click on the command line interface commands, and then inside there you go to composer self update. This is where we get all the commands. Thank you for watching the video. I think that's it for now. We will do a lot more videos on composer as well. Have a great day.